Hey everyone, I did it. I completed another round of the 10-day green smoothie cleanse, and I must say, this time around, I couldn't have done it without you guys. I think that I only stuck to it because I told you all that I was going to do this, and I didn't really want to be a punk to the world, so I did it. Usually, every single year, I complete this challenge, and I usually do it at the beginning of the year because I am always preparing to go to my home, Trinidad and Tobago, to take part in the carnival celebration. So I always have to get off that extra weight that I put on around the holidays. But I must say, this time around, I wasn't as successful as I had been. And I know that there were some key differences in how I went about it this year. So for one, because of this pandemic and me being stuck inside, I'm not as active as before. Before, I would always be able to go out and, do something, walk more. And even last year, I was like working out at the gym a little bit more than I had in previous years. So this time, I only lost about 6 pounds when previously I would have lost at least 10 pounds. Another thing, there's a detox tea that you're supposed to drink while you're on the cleanse. I stopped drinking it because I found out that instead of having my surgery at the end of February, I will actually be having it next week. So I only drank this tea for about 2 weeks just in case there were any herbs in that tea that would cause me to bleed more during that procedure. One thing I must say that, I had cravings, like I crave coffee and carbs all the way through, I would say day 3, but by day 4, my appetite was reduced a lot. By day 5, I only had room for like the smoothie drinks, and I snacked on some almonds. From days 1 to 4, I would have snacked on apples and almond butter, eggs, almonds, tuna salad, and so forth. But during this time, like between days 5 through day 10, I only snacked on almonds. I really wasn't hungry, and I only did the almonds just because I knew I had to put something else in my stomach. But other than that, it went pretty good. I think from now until I do my surgery, I will continue with doing the green smoothie because I do have ingredients left over. So I will drink at least one smoothie a day between now and then. After all my ingredients are finished, I think I am going to be moving to intermittent fasting, where I will probably have a 4-hour window to eat my food. I think that my appetite has been reduced a lot right now to facilitate this. So, one other thing, I'm on my period right now, and usually when I have my period or I am getting my period, I put on at least 3 to 5 pounds. So I do know I still have some bloat from PMS or whatever you want to call it. So I wouldn't really know like the net weight loss until probably a few days after I have my period. So I think I would be updating you on my weight loss sometime next week. In the past week, because I know that I would be having my surgery next week, I have been just preparing for that, getting things that I will probably need, things that you take for granted when you have the ability to use 2 of your hands. Now that I will be using my non-dominant hands, it's going to be a little bit challenging. So I'm going to try to pre-film some stuff for you guys and release while I'm healing. I will be checking in here and there about my process, but I doubt you'll be hearing a lot of me while I am going through my process of healing. So some videos that I have scheduled for you, my 23andMe results. I don't know if you saw, I created a YouTube shorts where I have this hat called a lazy hat, and basically I bought this lazy hat to prep me for those days when I just would have terrible hair days. And this I'm sure will happen while I am recovering from surgery, because I will not be able to use my right hand and I will not be able to comb my hair as much. So that was my reason for buying this lazy hat. If you haven't seen that short video yet, you can check it out now, but I will make a longer video on the hat itself, where you can get it and so forth. I bought 3 of them, but it will be pre-recorded, so sometime during my recovery you'll be seeing this video. Okay, let's get into the cleanse and my results. Here it is. With respect to the smoothies, each day I had to make a blender full of smoothies, and that blender would give 3 servings of smoothies. So basically I had 3 smoothies a day, spaced out at 3 to 4 hour intervals. The smoothies themselves, the ones with the blueberries, I didn't really like that much, and it didn't really make much liquid, as well as the ones with kale. But I drank them anyway. I mean, they weren't terrible. The recipe also called for stevia to sweeten, but I did not need to sweeten it anymore. I think that the fruits that they have with the servings for the smoothie recipe was enough sugar to sweeten it. But of course it's up to you and your preference with respect to sweetness. JJ Smith recommends something like Mago 7 to help your bowels move. For me, I used the Mago 7 and I used 3 at night. That was enough to just give me 1 or 2 bowel movements in the morning that wasn't like a diarrhea. However, you can adjust it to suit your needs. Okay, so this is my after. I'm still kind of bloated because I'm on my cycle, as I mentioned before. So right around my navel, it reads 38.5. On my belly button, it's 38. On my hip, it reads 44 inches. And my hip is like 43, and it's probably on the second notch there. So I would say I probably lost 3/4 of an inch on my hips, which was pretty good. But as I said, I am bloated, so like my stomach, I wouldn't see it until a couple days, and my face usually gets a little bit swollen once I'm on my period. So in a few days, I'll probably provide an update to let you know what I weigh on that day and how effective it was. But I'm happy with the results so far. Overall, I would say I had pretty good energy throughout the cleanse, even though I was really hungry in the beginning and probably a little bit moody, but towards the middle to the end of the cleanse, it was pretty good. I was a little bit disappointed with the results, but as I said, I did not exercise during this cleanse, neither did I take that liver focus pills. If you remember my first video, If you haven't seen it, you should go to see it, like what ingredients that I bought to prepare for the cleanse. So even though I didn't use the liver focus, I still think I did pretty good. Also, there was a requirement to use apple cider vinegar on morning. So apple cider vinegar with lemon and maybe some stevia if you want. However, I didn't use it because for me, apple cider vinegar actually slows down my digestion a lot and it makes me really, really bloated. So I would have been more bloated than I am now, and I would not have felt hungry at all. Like I would have felt like really, really stuffed. So I just had to forego that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.